Welcome back, Lunchmates, and today we have an interesting episode where we're going to be talking about Marvel's Ant-Man Quantumania movie that just came out, and as well as upcoming movies in the Marvel's upcoming movies for this year.
Yeah,
And
phase 5, everybody.
Yeah, and just to start out, what did you guys think about Quantumania? Was it a good movie? Was it an alright movie? Was it a...
It was okay.
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 It's in the same vein as Doctor Strange 2 for me, which is that it was treated really harshly by critics and viewers. It was fine, but it was better than they're leading you to believe, you know?
I think Doctor Strange was better.
Doctor Strange, I think, was better as well. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I think I'd have to rewatch them. Doctor Strange frustrated me by the end. I didn't feel frustrated leaving Ant-Man.
For me personally, it's like let's be honest, we're kind of spoiled about what happened with Endgame, every collashing together and all that, and how good it was. But these movies that come after, it's like you can't be that excited for it.
Yeah, but this was supposed to set up the big clash. This was supposed to set up Secret Wars and King Destiny.
Yeah,
and
it's like I'm trying to stay hopeful. You know, it's not bad, but I felt like it was kind of subpar for what it's supposed to be.
Okay, well, here's the thing. They literally just, I guess, decided, let's introduce Kang, the bad Kang the Conqueror, not even any of his variants per se. Let's introduce him now. And we have Ant-Man slated up for this, right? And they need to give a good reason why he hasn't already conquered all the timelines. So they're like, let's put him in the quantum realm. They put such a giant, massive villain on the shoulders of characters that have done 2 heist movies. So, I think it's a little unfair.
Personally, I don't mind it. I think Quantum Realm was used. It made sense. Okay. It was kind of a loophole, right? They made it up just for this movie to give them a reason to put Kang here, right? What I didn't like, they had to. What I didn't like that how in the Loki show, remember when at the end of the show they met He Who Remains, the one version of Kang, and he was like, if you kill me, the worst versions of me are gonna take over, and yada yada. Is this Kang the Conqueror that worst version? Because at the end of the movie or the post credit, you see even worse versions.
I don't know that they're worse. I think Kang is supposed to be the Conqueror is supposed to be the worst of the worst, and the Council of Kangs exiled him because he was bad.
I think Marvel is doing the thing with Kang that they're all evil, but not in the sense of Thanos evil. Because in this one, he kept talking about, or this Kang the Conqueror, he kept talking about how if you don't let me out, it's going to get worse. The other Kangs are going to do worse than I would, or whatever. And they didn't let him out. And remember, Ant-Man is like, oh, is it going to get worse because we didn't let him out? So, who knows? What if he was trying to save people? I doubt it, but...
I mean, he's trying to save people in the way Thanos was trying to save people, where it's I can justify killing tons of people.
You're supposed to be the next big bad outside of Thanos, the next big Thanos. But he didn't. I didn't feel that from him. At least this movie.
I mean, it's just an entry, kind of, right?
But think of Thanos' entry. He immediately killed Loki and Heimdall.
No, but let me.
I mean, when they first introduced Thanos, it wasn't like that.
Let's make an argument, okay? Kang is a guy. He's a human dude, and he's been stripped of all his tech. Now, we see him lose in this movie, which I didn't like, but it happened. Imagine now that he knows what he's in for with the Pims, and now that he's I lost to Ant-Man, he's coming, and he's coming for vengeance, and he's not gonna come without his tech. And when that happens, he's gonna roll through the Avengers, and that's what I hope, anyways.
Yeah, that's true. One thing that I also want to mention too is that I guess Kenny and I have a we're pretty much spot on what people thought about the movies too, because a lot of the ratings seem that they rank Multiverse of Madness higher than Quantumania.
Honestly, I rewatched Multiverse of Madness, or like the last half or whatever. I kind of put them equal, honestly. The multiverse, it disappointed me. You know,
Yeah.
when they're all mostly talking about how, oh, multiverse, we're getting in there. Wanda's traveling. It's going to cause problems, incursions, Illuminati. But it eventually led to nothing. Like, it didn't mean anything in the end of the
Yeah.
day, right? And like,
They went to like 2 universes.
exactly. The Star Girl, the one that was punching through universes, she was hopping through in that one scene, but it never stayed. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever. And then Ant-Man, bro, the whole movie takes place in the quantum realm. Like, the movie starts and ends the exact same way with Paul Rudd walking, and whole movie that takes place in the quantum realm. That's outside of time. So like, realistically, no time went by.
So, do you think that they should have killed Ant-Man then?
I thought he was going to die this movie.
I thought he was gonna die this movie, but when he said, "I don't have to win. We both just have to lose," I thought he was gonna stay stuck in the quantum realm.
Same, yeah. I thought they were going to be stuck together.
Even after he like got Kang crushed into oblivion or whatever
I
happened
think he's
to him.
alive. I think he's alive.
I thought they were gonna get stuck there too.
Yeah,
Like,
and then they
same
just
with
kind of
the
like it seemed like that was the
got-
plan, but they just kind of like retconned it last second.
They
Yeah, that
wussed
kinda
out.
does. I don't like his daughter.
Yeah,
Actor, or whatever.
Okay.
honestly, I found that the actors, like, her acting wasn't like great.
Okay, they apparently switched actors from the last movie.
Yeah, they
which
switched
I-
actors like quite a bit. This is
Apparently
like the
without
third
telling
actor.
her. But that's not even the problem, man. Because the acting is whatever, you know. It's the first thing. The script is just not good.
Yeah,
Some of the comedy that they try to force, I
Yeah.
wasn't having it. Alright, that one joke about MODOK is like, "Don't be a dick." I'm like, get this off my
yeah,
screen.
no. They said
Yeah.
like 3 times, and it wasn't funny the first time. They kept going with it.
Yeah,
That and the I'm an Avenger now.
I thought that
really?
was kind of funny. I thought that was a little bit funny,
Okay,
even
yeah.
though it shouldn't have really worked because the Avengers weren't like that. Like, Ant-Man wasn't really synonymous with them when Darren went into the quantum realm. But anyway,
Like, I don't like how they introduce. I didn't like the way they introduce her. Like, she comes in jail, which, I mean, it is kind of reminiscent to what's his name? I forgot his character name. Scott's character in the first movie, him being in jail. But like, hers is a different reason. You know, he was stealing something. This girl was like, she shrunk a police car.
She was protesting. She was civil rights. Yeah, or, I forget what she was.
Yeah.
protesting.
Bro, I felt like that was kind of.
That was a crime that not one cop did anything about.
Also, I also understand, like, you know, she was still alive during the 5 years that lapsed. But reading a bunch of books,
I've been waiting to talk to you about that.
Yeah, why does
Bro.
she know so much of the quantum realm?
you telling
She
me?
read a diary.
You telling me she's so
She-
smart? She developed a suit and gadgets behind their backs.
Thank
Hey, no,
you.
She made a
Hank
deep space beacon just by reading Pym's stuff.
Thank
and
you.
he was trying for like 20 years to find
Yes.
Janet.
For 30 years to
Bro.
find his wife.
He didn't read his own diary. That's the
And he
problem.
couldn't do
It's
it.
not even like she
Couldn't do it.
seemed really smart as a kid. She seemed like a normal child. It wasn't like she was
that's
a
what-
genius.
And that's what got me mad. Because it's not even like Hank Pym's daughter did it, which I was like, it wasn't the gene that they naturally understand Quantumania. This is Scott's daughter. He doesn't even understand it. So why does she just magically, in my basement, I built this? No.
And then she
What-
doesn't
Yeah,
even like
it's-
act like she knows anything the rest of the movie. She's just like, yeah, I
Yes.
made this. And then the rest of the movie, she's like a normal
She's
teenager.
lost.
It's, oh
Like,
boy.
Man. And what's her name? Hank's wife. I didn't like. I mean, I understand it's for the plot in the movie, but they're like, remember she was like, "Oh, we gotta get out of here," and then Hank and his daughter were like, "What do you know?" And she kept delaying telling them. She's like,
The
"Not
movie
now."
could
bro.
have been like 20 minutes if she had just told them right off the bat what
Literally, I'm
was
like, bro,
happening.
before we take another step, explain. Where,
She didn't want to let him know that he was that she was
Even though
having fun with somebody
backing up
else.
the man.
But even the same scene though, it's like in the beginning where like the girl was explaining how like her like quantum realm gadget, right?
Yeah,
Bro,
her
it's just like, oh, you're
space
using
satellite
signal.
quantum realm.
And they're talking about the signal, and then she's like, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I never told you. That stuff that's in the realm was really important, and you didn't say a single word
Why?
about it?
It's a whole world.
Yeah. She's like,
Like,
yeah, there's this guy
no.
that wants to destroy the multiverse and he's stuck in there. Maybe that's something she should have told
Yeah.
anybody.
Like,
Quick,
sure, sure is a guy that, you know, you did some things with back there, you want to let Hank know, but like, there's a real bunch of important stuff down there.
Literally. But she met a time traveling menace, and she don't think anything about that.
Where you tell me
I think-
there's so many people down there, there's literally like a revolution going on, and you don't mention that?
Yeah.
I'm sad.
I agree.
I didn't like it. It's just a movie trope that you could see it blatant, and this one wasn't done well because there's like 3 instances that they asked her what's going on, and 3 different times she said, "I won't tell you now. I'll tell you later." When they're just walking somewhere.
Yeah, why
Like,
not now?
yeah.
What are you
Nothing's
doing?
happening. You're not getting attacked. Nothing's happening. You just refuse to tell me.
And can we just, why is it that when they put the beacon down there, Kang, I guess, sucked them into the quantum realm? How was he able to do that? Can't
was
he just
MODOK.
free himself? Oh, it was MODOK.
How can MODOK
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, how could
like,
he?
he found the signal, I guess. I don't know.
But if he could bring them in, can't he just like bring
Bro,
himself and
himself
Kang out?
But
Well,
they've
they
been,
didn't want to bring Kang out. He wanted to get his stuff that was blown
But-
up to the 1,000-degree proportion. Kind of thing.
they've been knowing about the signal though, because they mentioned it too.
Mm.
No, I thought it was just because.
That wasn't the
They
one-
wanted
it-
the PIM particles.
It wasn't the
that's why they
one time.
sent
It was
them
like
down.
it was like multiple instances.
Oh,
No, it was the first time they used it, wasn't it?
No.
I thought so too. I thought
Let's talk about MODOK some more.
Yuck. I don't like his
He's
design.
amazing. What do you mean? He was
So ugly.
amazingly
You don't-
designed.
You don't like the 480p design of his
Big
face?
Yeah, I didn't like the little clip of his backstory, how he became MODOK. I just see him outside his suit with a little arms and legs and a big head, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
just look at pictures of him. Like when you look at like the comic accurate MODOK pictures, and then you look at the one we got, it just looks like a fan took the actor's face, stretched it on to like a 3D model, and they just
Literally.
posted it.
At least like in
So
the, like
sad.
at least in the comics, like he looks kind of like his arms and legs look kind of buff a little bit, you know. But like in this, it was just like toothpicks.
With his mask on, it looks menacing, sure. But once I
Yeah.
take that off, I'm like, I don't know who this is. And they clowned him. That's the
Mask
worst
on.
part. They clowned him too. Like everyone was like, "Oh, are you? Do I remember you?" Like, come on, what kind of villain are you?
Yeah, what was the point of bringing him back if it was literally just for a gag?
fun of
He
him.
didn't do anything in the movie.
It's such a waste.
I mean, he broke the barrier in the end, but apart from that,
Yeah, but like that was just to give him something to do. In all honesty, if you had taken him out of the movie and just been like Kang brought them there and that was it, it would have been the same movie.
Facts. Because he was evil, but he turned good so easily. Like his resolve is so weak. He was evil for no reason.
He had a whole like reason to do bad things in the normal world because he like
Wait, when he-
wanted power and money and revenge or whatever. But in
He
this
also
one, he has
had
no
one in
reason to
the
be
quantum
evil.
realm too to blame Scott for why he looks so bad.
Yeah. And when he gets
But-
body, he starts dying. He wasn't like saying that, Scott, you're like a brother to me or something.
Yeah.
That was kind
For
of
no
funny.
reason. They knew each other
Yeah.
for like a day.
I felt no weird when he died. I'm like, bro, I feel like they only killed him out because needed some sort of like consequence in this
Lord.
movie because the main cast ain't going away.
But what kind of consequence is it? We already thought he was dead up to this point, so it was like,
Killed again.
it's basically like, psych, yes, that he's dead. Well, now watch you kill him off for real now.
Well,
And in the mystery, we're gonna bring him back and then kill him again.
yeah, we'll bring him back as like a real Avenger this
At
time.
this point, it's not really killing him off. The way he looks like already, it's pretty much just putting him out of his misery.
Also, speak of why Kang made somebody that's more powerful than his shield that he can deflect against.
What do you mean?
Because Kang made MODOK
Yeah.
and upgraded his armor. Yet he made him so powerful that he couldn't use his shield to stop him.
Well, he was already like
into it.
he was already getting like overwhelmed by the ants, right? If it was just MODOK, he would have like easily just like dispathed him.
That's all I think.
Maybe.
I think.
Still,
Because I guess he was also using power to like.
I'm not gonna give him more powerful stuff than me.
He was also using power at the time to like force them away off the shield, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you guys are you guys okay with the way Kang went out?
I mean, how else would they?
Kind of.
Like, how else are they going to beat him? He was working Ant-Man.
Bro, that's what I was about to say. Like, it's literally like you got like an MMA fighter on the one side and like a kid you just drag off the street.
Ant-Man was doing literally nothing.
Bro, the guy was like
handling him.
The guy was mollywopping him, bro, and then like and Ant-Man just somehow pushed him. Luckily, and pushed. I mean, she came too.
The thing I give respect to Ant-Man is that like his game plan wasn't to beat him in a fight or just to like prolong him. You know, don't let him go through. And even during the fight, you see when Kang they got like separated. Kang looks at Ant-Man and looks at the portal and then runs to the portal because he doesn't give a damn about Ant-Man. He's just trying to get out of here. I'm like, that's kind of look how desperate. Like he's so desperate to get out. You know, he was panting. He's like, I don't give a damn if I lose this fight. I'm trying to get out of here. And then the girl kicks him out. And I'm like, alright, you know, Kang is he's at least trying, even though Ant-Man, you know, he did what he could. I like Kang, honestly.
I mean,
just like the actor more. The actor did a good job.
The actor did a good job.
Right, I liked his motivation. I liked how angry he was. He was like, "I will burn them out of time." I'm like, bro, relax.
bro, okay, you brought acting again, so I'm bringing it up again. But that girl, when the portal closes, this is why I said like I didn't like her acting. Like there's a scene where like you see like Hank, his wife, and the girl, right? The portal closes and she's just like straight face, like no enthusiasm. Dad, bro.
Okay, well, I've heard through like leaks and stuff that apparently they redid the ending pretty soon before the movie, and they edited a lot of that. So it seems really awkward in a lot of spots because they were just taking random scenes to like stitch together him getting back like from that situation, you know?
I think the original plan was to keep him there.
I think so, yeah. I think the original plan was to get stuck there.
Actually, I don't think Ant-Man was supposed to. I'm saying he's supposed to have died or get stuck there. Like
I think he was supposed to get stuck in the quantum realm.
Like before it came out, I'm pretty sure like I thought he was gonna die in this movie too.
I thought him was gonna die, or I thought at least Hank was gonna die.
Yeah, at least one of the two.
Yeah, maybe. I thought they were going to do the whole. I thought they were going to do the whole like what they been doing recently, the passing of the torch type thing, which he's going to become the next Ant-Man. They've been doing that recently. I assume.
They still will. Yeah. Every single project that comes out, they're like, we need a new version of this character.
I think Ant-Man is going to stay as that one Avengers team member who isn't as strong, but like he's not as weak and he's respectable enough that like when things go bad, or like at least we have an Avenger on us, and they're like, but it's just Ant-Man, but like he's still an Avenger.
So basically, like Tony Stark was to like Spider-Man.
No, because like let's say, the next Avengers movie and things go bad, right? And a lot of the Avengers, I'm thinking about a random plot line, and all the Avengers, most of the big hitters get taken out, like Captain America, Thor, or whatever. And the little kids are left to like pick it up and like, we need a mentor. We can't do this.
Also,
and Cass is like,
so what you're saying
I got my
is
dad,
like,
and they're like, but he's just Ant-Man. He's like, but he's still an Avenger. And they're like, fair enough.
And then at that scene when like they were in Kang, remember all those theories about Ant-Man going up the, you know what?
I wish for the what they really do.
That's all the kill of Kang.
Ant-Man is like, look, guys, they told me before that Thanos' skin was too strong for me to beat him that way. Kang's just a dude. Let's get this done.
You're just human.
But yeah, now I'll bring up to like the next topic I want to talk about is what do you guys think about the upcoming movies and shows for this
I have
year?
high hopes for Guardians of the Galaxy, and then that's about it.
Guardians is different though. That's kind of separate.
Are you not Loki?
Loki season 2 could be cool.
Loki season 2 would be cool, yeah.
What about Blade, bro?
Oh,
Blade is the movie, no?
Yeah.
You
Blade's a movie. The
already
problem is they've gone through like 2 directors and 2 writers.
Listen,
you said Blade and got Alex's attention.
Yeah,
Listen,
Alex, like, I'm here.
You already know that I'm ready to talk about Blade anytime, anywhere.
All right, so get to it.
Let's do that.
Okay, a big question. Okay, big question I had. Like, okay, so based on their phase 5, like, sort of direction they're going in, right? Blade looks like it's kind of like roughly in the middle section, right? Like a little bit. It's going to be after Loki season 2, right? And
Yeah.
okay, my question is, and I guess you can kind of say this about some other movies, but how are they going to introduce Blade harmoniously? Okay, like I don't see anything in phase 5 right now that really strikes me as an opening to introduce.
I think they're just
Blade.
gonna say like he's always been around kind of thing, but he just hasn't dealt with their problems because he's been dealing with the vampire thing, and nobody else is like you never see Captain America like fighting vampires really.
Yeah, no.
They've mentioned them in the MCU though.
They've mentioned it, but I think that's what it's gonna be. They've just been there, and Blade has just always been there dealing with them.
Yeah. Do you think
and he
like
hasn't helped Captain America, and Captain America hasn't helped him. They've just kind of been there, but in their own separate kind of like worlds almost kind of thing.
What about Eternals? At the end of Eternals, doesn't Blade? Isn't anyone talking to?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
One to
Snow?
the Dark Knight or
Thrones?
Yeah, him in the Black Knight.
It's called like Black Knight or something like that.
Yeah, it's Black Knight.
Oh, because it's okay. So I was reading somewhere before something about something called the MI13 or team or whatever it's called.
It's like a British team, no?
Yeah, and I read somewhere that like it's a possibility where they can introduce Blade via the Secret Invasion thing, about like how it's kind of like a whole. If I can't remember where I read this, but it was something about like how it's going to introduce like some supernatural villains and all this like other stuff that's what that team deals with. So perhaps like Blade can kind of work that way into that team and then go off from there. Truthfully, I personally would have thought it would be cool if, I know it's kind of already said and done, but like Doctor Strange would have been the perfect way to kind of bring all of this stuff together. Like introduce like I don't know, man. Like bring Dracula into this, because mark my words, I want to see Marvel's Dracula in Blade.
Isn't that Blade's villain in the first movie?
Yeah, it is. But like, since this is going to be a reboot, I want to see what they could do with it now.
No, but like in the new Blade movie coming up, isn't it going to be Dracula?
Oh, is it?
Probably will be. I mean, who else is it going to be?
I hope it will, because
who's gonna play him?
Bro, have you seen how he looks in the comics? This man is sick.
I already know you like him because like the vampiric powers.
Yes,
well,
yes.
He's a vampire.
Yeah,
you know.
And that is my that's my take on all of this. But yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. I feel like the Blade movie is going to be similar to Shang-Chi, where it's just going to be a movie, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
No connections. No nothing after. It's just gonna
they
be
might
there.
connect. They might connect to Werewolf by Midnight. I didn't even watch that, but
I watched
it.
it.
It's actually pretty good.
I heard it was good
better
for a Halloween thing.
As long as it's better than this like past Ant-Man movie and like the Doctor Strange movie, I'm all for it.
The recent one hasn't that great.
I think it'll be a good opportunity for Marvel to use this as like I'm not saying that it has to be like a horror movie, but like come on, man, make it like kind of like
darker.
Darker.
No,
like
I agree with you. Yeah.
It could be similar. It could be similar to the, like Daniel said, the Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, and
that wasn't really horror, but that still had some horror elements to it.
Yeah, it was like Halloween-y, you know what I mean? Like it was cool.
You want like the same vibes as like Venom?
You know what?
No, Venom wasn't really that.
Venom's too jokey.
Venom 2 or Venom 1? Venom 2 is a joke.
The first one.
First one's a little more serious, but
yeah, like
even still.
I think it's gonna be Werewolf by Night because they've already proven that works.
Yeah, but what do you guys?
I don't want I don't like MCU jokes, man. I just can't have it.
The new age
Werewolf
jokes.
by Night
The old ones are good.
The
The old ones are good. But
Because
the new ones are kind of
nothing is serious. Everyone's joking around with the same comedy. Like not like everyone had the same kind of jokes, you know. It's like I don't want to see Drax and then see Captain America, Falcon make the same joke about like something dumb,
Yeah.
and it's nothing serious anymore.
Then you get their own shtick, pretty much.
Well, a lot of the older actors, I feel, were able to bring their own brand of comedy, but nowadays
They were.
the actors they bring in, I don't know if
They
it's.
knew.
I'm not saying they're
It's
bad.
just a script.
Yeah, I think that literally Marvel is just very heavily influencing how they're performing. You know.
Literally.
Mm.
'Cause
Yeah.
if you look at-
And they're too new and too upcoming to be like, no, I'm gonna go against you guys.
Yeah.
They don't put too much flair of like their own flair into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, because they don't have their own
Although-
player. It's
Although-
cheaper to get somebody else they don't know for 10 years than it is to get a Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Well, like
Oh,
think about Sorry, Alec, you could talk.
No,
right
no.
after.
Oh,
Kamala Khan, she is actually a really big fan of Marvel,
Yes.
and she has a lot of like qualms about it. Like I think
She
she's talking
she
about.
followed the director the most.
Yeah, but like just think about that. She fought with the director, but her character ended up coming out kind of Marvel-ish.
Yeah,
you know, it's still Marvel-ish. So like, but like a person like Robert Downey Jr., who doesn't care that much about Marvel, he was able to bring any type of comedy he
Yes.
wanted because he was just that much of a force, and it was early Marvel because they didn't have
they
that
could do
much
it.
influence.
Yeah,
It was
they were
early.
free.
It was
They did
early
that.
Marvel, late Robert Downey Jr. He already set up his career. Now it's the opposite. It's late Marvel and early.
No,
I
but
forget
if you
the
look at what's his name,
actor's name.
look at Thor. In the beginning of the first two Thor movies, he was so what's the word? He was so serious in the way he spoke
Yeah.
and all his
Yes,
jokes.
but
And then
the-
Thor Ragnarok, they switched up his character, made him a little more lighthearted. But now
Yeah.
in Love and Thunder, they deep dove into it, and now I don't like him anymore. He's literally
Yeah.
not serious.
yeah.
Like his
I-
people were dying in front of him, and he felt no ways. Oh, he did,
Yeah.
but he was.
It could be it. Do you think it's an effect of what they did with him in Endgame, like that whole sort of transformation of his like traumatization of losing
Nah.
Loki and that whole
No.
thing?
Now I think Endgame was fine because in Infinity War, you see how he was coping with all his trauma. How he's like, well, he's like, all I gotta do is kill Thanos and everything's worth it, right? It all makes sense.
Yeah, right,
And then
right.
even when he lost, and then he did kill Thanos, and he just gained weight. And at the very
Mm.
end, he still, at the very final fight, he was still like fat or whatever, but like he still fought Thanos. He did his duty. The problem
Yeah.
that they didn't know what to do with him after that. Because I thought he was going to travel with the Guardians, learn to develop a new family, learn to feel again or whatever. But
Yeah.
immediately, 5
I
minutes in,
thought he didn't like
he's
that
gone.
idea apparently.
They really
They didn't
should
like
have they should have just forgone the next Thor movie, put him as
And-
one of the Guardians in the next
and-
Thank
movie,
you. Thank you.
and then
fine.
like they could make another Thor movie after that. Because let's be honest, they're definitely killing off the Guardians in this next movie.
Yeah.
Okay, not all of
Yeah.
them. Not all of them.
I
Rocket's dead. Rocket is 100%
Rocket's
dead.
dead and
Well, yeah,
Peter's dead.
We're getting Rocket's backstory. She probably died. Groot, they're not going to kill him off a second time. So, and he's also
Nah.
kind of like a teenager.
Drax
Drax
is done.
may die because he did say he's done. But
Yeah,
he said he's done after
Drax
this.
said he was
Yeah.
done after this.
Um,
The-
I don't think
pretty-
Moira's dying because she lost her memory. So it makes no sense for a character to die a second time too. A little extra.
Yeah.
Aren't they gonna make a
Nebula's
Star Wars
fine.
movie?
I don't think Nebula die. I don't think Nebula die neither. Mantis is fine. And Quill, he may die like with Rocket.
Quill's gonna
Won't
die.
there be is there gonna be a Star Lord movie?
I don't think
so.
so.
I know this is the last Guardians, and then
No, the next couple movies they have
done.
planned are like Captain America and the New World Order.
Mhm.
Eh.
Wait. How can we forget what do you guys think about Daredevil coming out?
Daredevil's gonna
is
be
there
good.
Wolverine in it?
Yeah,
Wolverine is in it?
yeah. Hugh Jackman's in it. You didn't see that commercial?
I know he's in Deadpool.
He's gonna be in Deadpool 3.
Yeah, but when
Are
that
we talking
coming
about
out?
Daredevil?
Oh, you said Daredevil. I thought you said Deadpool.
Yeah, I know.
Wait,
I know.
no,
I thought-
three
yeah, I
with it.
said I said Daredevil.
Oh,
Yeah,
My
Daredevil-
bad. My bad.
I
Oh,
don't think he's gonna be in it. He's gonna be in. He's got his own TV show.
I like Daredevil. I did not
I
like
like
him
him
in
too.
She-Hulk. No cap. I liked him in She-Hulk. I just didn't like She-Hulk.
His new movie. He's gonna get like the biggest TV show because he's gonna
Yeah,
get like
bro, his
23
show-
episodes or something like that.
Yeah.
He's gonna get that. He's gonna introduce White Tiger.
Okay.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Wednesday he's gonna the actress who plays Wednesday. It's apparently
Jenna
the player.
Ortega.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, could they?
There's
I know.
rumors that like Jessica Jones, sorry Alec,
They
and
come
like the
back?
Punisher is gonna come back.
I like Punisher.
Kenny, I was gonna ask you, was it? I can't remember if I was talking about it with you. Like, did you say that Kingpin was also involved with Daredevil too? Like, not only as a Spider-Man villain, but like
Yeah, in the TV show, yeah, he was. I don't.
So, do you think they're gonna put him as a major
Yeah.
villain in this series?
100%.
100%. He's gonna be. He's gonna.
That'll be sick. And do you think they're gonna use the same actor as in the TV show? Like they're used.
Yeah, because they already used him in Hawkeye.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
sick.
that kind of brings up something that I was thinking about in Phase 5, is that they're so desperate to push the new characters that they bring back old characters and then kind of just make them weaker. Like, Kingpin lost to, what's her name?
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. And I was like, I would have been okay if Kate Bishop and Hawkeye together beat Kingpin. But she is a fledgling. She's new. I don't even know if I want Hawkeye on his own to be able to beat Kingpin. But like,
Fletchling.
Dude, I don't know. Why bring him back just to have him get stomped?
Bro, he looked so powerful in the Spider-Verse movie. Like the way they portrayed him in that, like man was beef.
Yeah.
Man.
That
So,
and he did very well in the Daredevil
In
show.
Hawkeye,
as well.
they gave him a buff and a nerf at the same time. Because he was taking bullets, explosions. He had super strength out of
I
nowhere.
think that was just because of his suit, though. Because they said his suit,
Look
like
at
even in the
suits.
show, they say
I
even
thought
in the
that,
show,
like,
his suit's some like
I-
the high tech bulletproof stuff.
in
It
Daredevil,
did
he had
blow him up.
he had like armored suit, but he wasn't taking like explosive to the chest. This guy was eating explosives. Bro, like
Yo.
if I saw something at him, I'm like, you're enough. The guy's not human anymore. You know, he's not powers.
It's like how do we win against this?
Yeah,
I
he's
wanna-
literally just like
Kate
a...
beat him. Kate beat him
She-
somehow. She like blew him
Yeah.
up.
Yo,
I
And
didn't
then
like
what's her name? The Echo girl. I shot him in
Echo,
the face.
yeah.
Now he's blind.
And Echo's
Yeah.
getting her own show now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
Even though she's also going
That's-
to be in Daredevil as well.
That's fine. She doesn't need her own show though. I
Yeah,
truly
that's what I'm
don't
saying.
give a
Like she
damn
doesn't
about her.
put her in Daredevil. That's fine. Don't give her her own show then.
Yeah, it was good. She got more enough backstory in Hawkeye. Like, what more do you know? She lost. She's like her dad. What was the backstory? Hawkeye killed her dad and she's deaf.
I think so.
Yeah, Hawkeye and the Kingpin killed her dad.
Wait, what are her powers? Is she just like Daredevil? She can echolocate?
Not-
She can't hear.
She can't hear. She can like.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
She's
you're right.
basically. She's basically. She can like copy your movements if she sees them.
Nah, yo,
Okay,
she's like a whale. She can just feel the vibrations.
yeah.
No, but she can
yeah.
like copy movements that she sees, kind of thing, similar to that. Similar to like
Taskmaster?
Taskmaster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Taskmaster was a disaster of a villain.
Yeah.
And I love
I love
Taskmaster.
him so much. He's such a cool character.
Hey, he's coming back. He's coming back in Thunderbolts.
No, he's
No.
it's no. She's coming back, and it's the MCU version, and it's not as strong.
I really like Black Widow's
But
sister.
Taskmaster-
I think she's a
literally-
great addition.
Her sister, she's funny
She's
and
so-
she's fun.
Yeah, she's so cool. And she's badass.
I liked it in Hawkeye. She was for her and Kate Bishop, that like elevator scene. That was fun.
I love that. I hope that in the Thunderbolts, they end up like
They keep a
beefing or
character.
something.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with the Thunderbolts is it's literally turned into, since Ghost left, just a super soldier knockoff team.
The Ghost is not in it anymore.
No, she left or something. Apparently there's some feud and she left. Like
So
the
who's
actor.
part of the Thunderbolts?
It is literally like Red Guardian, Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
He's the leader of them.
But why is he even on the team? At this point, he's like made peace with everything.
Well, no, he has the most experience, and it's who's the one that brought them together? Valentino.
Yeah, that random chick.
Yeah, I
that's
think
from
she
the-
just needed people. So it's Taskmaster, what's her name? U.S. Agent, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye. No, Black Widow's sister, Black
Yeah.
Widow's dad, and then
Yeah.
I guess Valentino.
Yeah, so like literally the entire team is superhero
Super soldiers.
soldiers Super Soldiers knockoff.
Not all of them. I mean, there's 2 Black Widows, essentially. The Taskmaster is a Black Widow. And then Black Widow's dad is Super Soldier, and so is Bucky. And a U.S. agent isn't one, but like he claims to be. Or he tries to be.
He has the Super Soldier serum in him.
Yeah,
No,
now he
doesn't.
does. Yeah, by the end
What?
he had it.
By the end, he added it.
They did give it to him because he broke his arm and after his boy died. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
literally, it's all Super Soldier knockoffs.
It's just a team of Captain Americas.
Yeah.
Can we at least like get Thunderbolt Ross to become Red Hulk? Because right now the Thunderbolts just seems like a really basic lackluster.
There's
team.
rumors that it's gonna be, and it's rumors that it's Harrison Ford gonna be in it.
Look, dude,
as Thunderbolts.
they needed Ghost.
Yeah, they had to
needed
change the
her.
actor.
Yeah, they had to change the actor,
In
but they
Abomination
needed.
movie,
That's what I'm saying. They needed Ghost for somebody just slightly
To
different.
switch it up.
Yeah.
'Cause without it, it's just people. Like
Yeah.
Why would
people-
Abomination be on this team now that he's mastered his like
Oh,
life?
he's
or
not in
whatever?
prison anymore. He's a free
He's not.
man.
He's not
living-
scheduled. He's not scheduled to appear at least.
Yeah, he shouldn't appear anymore. Honestly.
No, he's gone after She-Hulk. I'm done.
for them.
Oh, the Sentry's also rumored to appear. The freaking Superman knockoff kind of thing.
And Thunderbolts,
Yeah,
that's
they
not
fight him?
good. Can't beat him.
I think that's.
Yeah, the current team has no chance. Man, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, like it's just dudes.
What are they gonna punch him?
It's literally.
They're gonna shoot
Is it a
him.
TV show or is it a movie? I think a TV
It's a
show,
movie.
right?
It's a movie.
Oh,
It's a movie, nah.
that's kind of worse. I would say a TV show would.
Maybe you could give him time to go get some more people.
Give him time to grow. Because
Yeah.
in a movie, bro.
They
you'd be like, let's go
put it
get
to a
this.
movie, and same with Armored Wars. They moved that to a movie instead of a TV show.
I don't need
Wars?
I don't
I don't care
Wars.
about that. Honestly, that could be a TV. That
So we have Armor
could be
Wars
TV
and
too.
we have Ironheart and Armor Wars. Can't they
Ironheart-
just do, like,
Ironheart's a TV show. Armored Wars is a movie.
we don't need both.
They can-
I'm just saying
We
we don't
need
need both.
Ironheart. Yeah, get rid of Ironheart.
Apparently, Ironheart's gonna show up in Armored Wars.
How?
I'm cool with that. I'm just saying we don't need 2 projects about basically Iron Man knockoffs. You know?
What's Iron War even about? Isn't it about people
but-
do the
no,
Iron Man suits?
Yeah, it's about Rhodey hunting down basically like companies and people that like, because the plans get leaked for like the Iron Man suits.
And then and he
And he's
hunts
gotta
down
go-
Ironheart in the process.
I guess so. I guess he like hunts down Ironheart and be like, "No, you're a good one. You get to keep it."
Isn't Ironheart like Wakandan?
She
She
had her
was, but
stuff taken.
she had her stuff taken. She couldn't bring it
So
back.
She no longer had the suit.
She has that knockoff suit she used that got blown up.
That
Let's
was
be
also kind of
honest,
dumb
though,
how she had that.
If Rhodey tries to do anything to her, she just calls up her friends in Wakanda and they're like, "Yo,
Again?
back off our girl."
Sherry will come and handle him herself.
Exactly. She's Black Panther. She can do what she wants now.
She's Black Panther without having to like rule Wakanda.
Wait, who's ruling? Oh, it's M'Baku.
M'Baku. She's just like, yeah, you know what? I'll keep Black Panther, but you can take the rest.
What a situation she's got. I kind of
She's
like
just
her as
freelance now.
Black
She can
Panther.
just travel the world and beat who she wants.
Yeah, I don't mind this Black Panther. I mean, no one else could have even do it anyway.
I didn't
Yeah.
mind the movie. I felt it took a little long to get going.
Namor, I liked him. I thought he was
liked him.
cool. I like how he was
Namor?
strong.
Oh, I love Namor. He was so strong in that movie. He was flying around, an actual problem. I don't like the way they beat. I mean, the way they beat him was okay, but once he got out the whole jet, I feel like he should have handled Sherry.
Yeah. Well, I think the director or something said that he was the strongest Thor out of water, and he was the strongest the Hulk in water. And I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this
With
guy's
those-
busted.
But with those statements, like Sherry shouldn't have beat him that easily. A little fatigue, and then he
No.
can't do anything. He dries out a little bit. Come on.
A heat and an explosion, and he's, you know, that and she was able to cut one of his wings.
I'm
True.
not gonna lie to you. But yeah, the wing cutting was kind of tough. Yeah, that was bad.
They said it'll grow back though. The director
I hope
said.
so. He's a mutant after all.
Oh, mutants! What happens? What's happening with them?
You only
Nothing.
have two.
You're
You only
not
have two.
slated. But they're not even slated. I don't even see Deadpool 3 on the
Well,
horizon.
they can't
Deadpool
slate
3 is
mutants if
next
they
year,
haven't
I think,
even.
isn't it?
They not even. Deadpool 3 is coming out November 2024.
Yeah.
Then
Is
they
it?
can't say mutants if they haven't even. They're not committed to doing it yet. They've only stated that Namor and Miss Marvel are
Kamala.
mutants,
Yeah.
and that's it. And all they've done is just an off chance statement where like Kamala, your thing is a mutation, or like
Yeah,
he was
they
a
had the
mutation.
freaking music in there.
I mean, yes, they had the music, but like didn't really deep dive. And sure, we saw Charles Xavier in Multiverse, but like that whole movie doesn't mean anything.
I mean, like it kind of at least confirms that Fantastic Four and mutants are in the multiverse.
Yeah, but
We
in
have
our
Fantastic
universe,
Four eventually. As soon as we're done, as soon as we cast it.
But here's my question: what determines a mutant? Because like Namor makes sense. He has winged feet. That's his mutation. Sure. Or Kamala.
Kamala doesn't make sense
what's
because she
hers?
needs bands.
Time travel.
Well, I think that it's not that she was just a regular mutant. It's that the Bengal like activated her mutation or something.
Oh, okay. What's a mutation?
I
The
think
big
that-
hand?
I think
Oh,
they're
not
gonna
even.
I think they're gonna get rid of the Bengals and just have her powers be like what they
hope
usually
so.
are.
Maybe
Bangs were
maybe
kind
in the
of-
Miss Marvels.
I think so. In the Marvels.
Yeah. I feel bad for Captain Marvel. They couldn't get a second movie. But to be fair,
Fantastic Four is
in that
scheduled to
case-
hit theaters in 2025.
In that case, do you feel bad for She-Hulk?
me, no,
I-
She-Hulk was trash.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the
deserve a
character.
second season.
I feel bad for the character because she was
She-Hulk?
fine. She was a fine portrayal and the acting was fine. The writers absolutely destroyed her and
The
nobody's
script
gonna want to see her
was-
anymore.
The script was so bad. It was unbearable. Sometimes.
Do you remember the guy that like stole wooed her or whatever and then stole
Yeah.
her blood or whatever? Do you guys realize he doesn't appear after that point? He doesn't come back in the finale at any point.
He comes
I
back
know
for a
the weird
second,
part
but they
is-
like retcon it, kind of
You know what I
thing.
don't like that when she gets exposed for that moment, I'm like, bro, this man's in the video. Sue him. Go after him.
That's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a big like lawyer case of like her suing in the finale, kind of thing.
I kind of was just hoping it would be like a funny, lighthearted show where each episode was like a one-off where she does a court case about like a quirky new
Yeah.
character.
The
you know?
problem of having a court case drama, Daniel, is you need
You have
somebody
to
in the
do your
writing
research.
you need somebody in the writing room that understands courtrooms.
Exactly.
I can't
Yeah,
believe they
somebody-
didn't do
Zero
any
up,
research.
apparently.
The one about the magic dude. And then he convinced the judge, like, oh, this is my magic. Let me keep doing it. The judge, like, fair enough. I'm like, yeah, this is not real court. This is this kiddie court. Where I could just do a little 1-2 magic trick and convince the judge that I'm innocent.
He's like, sounds good to me, and then just moves on with his life. Oh yeah.
But
Anyway.
Marvel, I don't like how Marvel is dealing with the sequels. Before the second movie of quote unquote franchise would be like a big deal. You know, Iron Man 2 led into Avengers. Captain America 2 was Civil War, not Winter Soldier. Thor 2 was bad, but that's different.
Yeah, we don't talk about
Guardians
that.
2 was with his dad. What the second one have you had? Wakanda Forever, that's a little different.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2, sure, but like they planned a whole 3 thing. But whatever.
Yeah.
With Doctor Strange 2, I was hoping to, build on Doctor Strange. I thought it was going to be like about Mordor, how do you pronounce the name? Him like going killing off wizards and like being a problem. But like the movie's barely even about him.
It
It's about the
became a
girl and
joke.
Wanda.
Why set him up as a villain if it's literally going to be like an offhanded comment, be like, yeah, he's a problem in my dimension or something.
Literally. So then I'm
Maybe
like,
he's gonna
now-
be in Doctor Strange 3. I don't know.
Nobody cares at this point.
At this
Hey, they
point, no
want-
one gives a damn.
Wong wants a Wong. They want a series of Wong, or at least the actor does.
That's just serious wrong.
Being like
If they
Sorcerer
bring-
Supreme.
Yeah, like that 5 years of the gap being him super supreme, just like taking down people left and right.
Who was the one who was fighting?
You could fight it. You could fight the freaking that Mordor guy.
I guess so.
Man.
The Mordor.
Mordor.
Like Lord of the Rings.
if you come back to the MCU now, like our version, it doesn't matter because I've seen a different version of you, and he was supposed to be a good guy, and he wasn't anything special.
Yeah, like there's nothing he could bring. I was hoping Doctor Strange 2, when I heard Wanda was going to be the villain, was going to be like two super powerful magic users going throughout the multiverse, battling in like different dimensions. Like she's trying to like wreck stuff up, he's trying to protect stuff. But it wasn't. It was literally she had him on the run the whole movie, and it just kept coming back to like, Doctor Strange, are you happy? I don't care if you're happy. Just fight stuff.
You're a superhero. Your job is not meant to be happy.
No. Oh,
your job is literally
God.
meant to be like sacrifice your well-being and your happiness for the world.
Dude, Doctor Strange couldn't stand up to Wanda at all. He tried to once.
The one thing I liked about Doctor Strange, that Wanda was really strong. I like to see that. She was actually a problem.
Plowed through.
She stood up for a few seconds when he had like the army of the undead or something like that.
Okay, but then it just culminates in America punching her with her powers, and that's where it lost me.
I also don't like America Chavez too much.
I don't either.
Not as much as Ant-Man's daughter. She's a little more, acceptable. She's on the run, but something about her is just when Doctor Strange is giving the whole pep talk, like we gotta do this together. I'm like, bro, no. Like, I understand you're trying to like cap her up, but like this movie called Doctor Strange, not America Chavez.
America, her power is literally she can make a hole into another dimension, right?
That's actually
she's strong. And she's strong.
And she's strong. Great. Wanda literally rolled through the Illuminati, and she had trouble with America opening a portal.
Daniel, yeah, Wanda, who was dream walking in another virgin body of herself.
Yeah, but not even a strong version.
Now, main body is getting worked by this 15-year-old. Come on.
Yeah, that made me upset. I was like, Wanda.
Guys, it's like the end of the movie. They have to wrap it up.
Dude, she's so powerful. How did she?
Yeah. I understand that at the end they showed her the kid that turned her, but before they showed her the kid, Wanda should have been determined. Like, you're not stopping me. I'm getting my goal.
Yeah.
Either way, Marvel's gotta work on the second movies because Captain Marvel 2 isn't even a second one. It's just a combination of whatever. Shang-Chi 2 is going to be a combination of something probably.
The script writers need to get their stuff together.
That's true.
They're apparently slowing down production for the next phase.
As long as it's quality, bro. Like,
I mean, it's Phase 5 is pretty short, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Phase
we're getting
5. It has like Secret Invasion, Echo, Loki.
There's got a lot more TV shows than movies.
Yeah, I've been looking at movies this whole time. Not that many movies.
Agatha, Coven of Chaos. That could be fun.
Some of these movies are a little unnecessary. Agatha, come on, we don't need that.
They just made it because people liked Agatha, and like
they're gonna put in more work on what are their names? Wicked and the speedster guy.
The kids?
The kids, yeah.
Wicked and Speed? Sonic?
Is it actually just Speed, his name?
I think.
I thought it was more creative than that. Never mind.
Why for zombies? What's that?
So basically, a group of regular kids survived the MCU that had been zombified. And I hope for show, I hope it's 20 minutes of just these kids getting their asses kicked.
You're like, whoa, is that Zombie Hulk?
Is that Zombie Hulk? We have knives, and then them just getting bodied for 20 minutes, and then that's just the end.
Kids against Marvel zombies.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I just hope it's just one episode of just the kids just utterly getting bodied.
It's one episode, one season.
On the topic of kids getting utterly destroyed by zombies, maybe we should wrap it up here, guys.
What a great segue.
Wow, that was such a good connection.
All right, lunchmates. If you want to catch more content with us, just hit that subscribe button, the follow button on Spotify, and see you in the next episode.